I want to make sure we're on the same page. All right. Do not sugarcoat anything.
Yeah.
I want your honest opinion. I want your honest feedback. Give me the good, the bad, the ugly. What do you think I did well? What do you think I could do better for the next person? So let's start on the numbers. Before we started working together, do you remember how many times that you did watch pornography per week?
Every day.
Every day.
So 7 times, 7 to 9. Yeah.
How long were like sessions usually?
Sure. 25 minutes, I think. I remember.
So like almost half an hour. And say in the last 14 days, what are the numbers looking like now? How many times have you gone back?
In the last 14 days, twice.
Nice. So we cut it down. I don't know how to do percentages, but a lot, right?
Yeah.
Besides going from watching porn every single day to twice in 2 weeks, that's already a massive change. I wouldn't consider that a problem. I know it's still internally, you might feel like, oh, I could do better, but I wouldn't consider you having like a porn problem now. Besides that, what do you think is the biggest change in yourself? Do you feel different? Do you feel like you are different? Like, what's the biggest change besides that number for you?
I feel more confident. I feel like I'm learning how to love myself,
What do you mean?
be myself again. I think before I used to just hate the way I behaved.
Mm.
And I think I used to have, no, not think, I know I used to have a short temper. I used to get mad pretty easily. I had a lot of stress behind me, but now I'm more consistent. I wouldn't say 100 times more focused, but I'm more focused on what I'm doing. Like, I can give my attention to something for more than 30 minutes. I can lock in. I've
Were you not?
definitely, I no. So I was a procrastinator. Like insane. I was insane. I don't think I would ever get work done. And I can definitely say that my conversations with others have gotten so much better.
Really? Why do you say that?
I don't know, bro. I guess I'm just funnier because now everybody that I want to talk to wants to talk to me too. And I don't know. I've just gotten more connections for some reason. I think it's because of this. I'm gonna give it to this. I didn't have that many people coming up to me and talk to me or anything like that. I guess maybe I have a smile on my face.
I love
So
that. I was gonna ask you specifically about that too because I remember in our first initial X-ray call, that was one of the main points. You're like not making time out for people. I feel like I don't want to talk to people. So that's actually really nice to hear. I'm proud of you for that. Let's start with some feedback. Do you have anything that you feel like I can improve on?
I think one of my biggest issues was being held accountable. I did pretty good at first with my EODs and
Mm.
all that, and then I kind of started to slip off. I think there should be something there to keep me on those EODs.
Anything else?
Yeah, I think the way we started off, the first session, the, the first call was good,
Mm.
right? And then when we got to the techniques, I think the first thing you taught me was calling out that lower self, right?
Mm.
So I think we focused on that a lot in the beginning because I think we just jumped from AB to another technique the next call. And then we revisited AB and then again. And then today we did it again, right? So I think first week, maybe you do two calls with the person, if that's possible. And then just focus on calling out the lower self. And you really did an amazing job making me practice on the call, which really stuck with me. So if we did that for the first 3 calls or 2.5 calls, they're already building that muscle memory.
So basically moving the anger, frustration, embarrassment to the front of it. That's a good one.
That's a good idea.
Anything else?
With the other strategies that you had, what a strategy. That was a big one for me, not gonna lie.
Mm.
I think you should, I don't know if you did this, but I think, did you gauge my type of personality and how I learn and then give me strategies based on what you thought that I'd most benefit from, or did you just have these planned out?
Yeah, so I'm gonna be completely honest with you. I only had 3 sessions planned out completely, and then
Mhm.
whatever you're facing from your end of days, I made your specific sessions.
Mm, that's a good one. You'd like pick and choose the strategies that you thought would work. That's really good. That's amazing. That really worked for me. So you could really tell.
All right, nice. So, do you think I should move the what if closer to the beginning as well?
right after calling out the AB part. And then, ooh, I think talking about how to stop the urge from even hitting, that was really big. How to keep yourself busy, or I think in the first call, I told you that sometimes I can overcome the urge because I'm too tired or I was too
Hmm.
busy that day. And then you hit on points on how I can stay busy and how I can be occupied and the urge just not hit. So I think just listening to what the person says and then really focusing on that really works. So just stopping yours before it even hits. That was really good too.
I would have taught you what if sooner. I'm gonna be completely honest with you. The what if technique. My client actually taught me that. He said this is what worked well for me. He gave me the entire analogy of the Jason knocking down the window. He's like, that's what it felt like. So this is what I did. And I was like, I'm gonna steal that. Is that okay with you? He said, yeah, it's fine. So he gave me that amazing idea. Any other suggestions that you have?
I think you should have us like that environment topic was really good. And I think that should also stay relatively towards the beginning. But after maybe they've changed their environment, if they did, have them send some sort of proof.
Actually, I was thinking about that too,
And
like
then
before and
the
after.
call. And just for me, reminders to listen to the audio would also be helpful.
So what part was hardest to follow?
Hardest to follow through was the environment. The hardest to follow was calling out AB, but also listening to the audio was hardest to follow.
And why was calling out AB hardest to follow, or one of the hard things to follow?
At first, I think the first time you introduced to me, I could not get it down. It just felt really weird and awkward, and
Hmm.
I still thought I was telling myself to do that. I didn't really have that separation, but when we practiced more on call and you gave me more examples, started to get it down, started to understand really why we're doing this. And I think I've really just separated myself from that whole lower self.
All right, really cool. And when you listen to the audios, do you go to sleep while listening to them, or are you awake during the whole thing?
I just close my eyes. I don't really fall asleep, but I also don't like I'm not fully awake, but I do listen to what you're telling me to do on the audio. Like
Amazing.
imagine this.
So besides what we covered already, do you think there's anything else I could do to make this system easier to follow slash easier to learn?
No, I think the call sessions are great. The time split's great. The amount of times we do it's great. Just the way we communicate,
All
I
right.
think.
Nice.